Welcome back and many thanks for sister with us on the show. Now we'll now turn attention to look at the suspension of Senator Natasha that is drawing a lot of reactions. And joining us is Honorable Mina Horsfal, a member of People's Democratic Party, joins us live here to look at all of those concerns. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, the 6-month suspension is drawing a lot of attention. The Senate has justified the suspension on the grounds of breaking the Senate rules. But Senator Natasha is not resting, and even those who are supporting these move. What is your concern about all of that?
I'm really concerned about it because, unfortunately, the time that we're supposed to use to improve governance and also develop the country, we're using it. This is a setback again. The country now, right now, is all about this sexual harassment issue. We're all going back and forth, and we're always at a crossroad. You know, instead of moving forward, it's always something else that is taking our attention. So it's really sad and heartbreaking that at this point, we're still dealing with, issues that shouldn't be.
So you're saying that the Senate ought not to have suspended the senator?
I mean, there are procedures and there was a court order. They should have at least applied caution. That's what we're saying. All we're asking for is a free and transparent investigation. And again, they don't have the right to suspend a senator or a lawmaker for more than 14 days. At least that's what I read that the Constitution says. So why 6 months? And then you withdraw her security, you stop paying even her staffs, her aides, you withdraw all that she's entitled to. So there's much more to this than we even understand.
Many have also said about some women in the Senate that are not in support of the senator. What is your concern about that?
It's really disheartening that
even members of your party as well.
Unfortunately, and I can't even understand why at this point we have people who, like I was talking to a few persons and I told them, look, if you're not in support of this cause because you don't understand what's going on, then just let it be. This is not just about Natasha. This is about the Nigerian woman. This is about the girl child. This is about our society. And this is about our democracy. We keep getting it wrong from the beginning of this administration. If not, how can women come out to speak against their fellow woman? So all of the 35% affirmation and all of it, in fact, we've never had it this bad. The 10th Assembly has the least number of female lawmakers. And then there's crisis. And instead of the women in the house to actually support one of their own and give her the opportunity to, express herself, give her the opportunity, at least listen to her and understand where she's coming from. I don't think Senator Natasha will go out on air to accuse the Senate President of something as serious as sexual harassment if she doesn't have serious evidence and proof. And I'm sure that for her to have got to this point where she has to make it public, it's something that has been going on, and she has probably been trying to ward him off and he has refused. And he has been, when you actually reject a man's advances and he decides to revenge, so he probably decided to take it out on her.
But should have talked to maybe the PDP minority leader. She has other persons.
You have just said now that some of our PDP members,
they're angry because she didn't ask to
will they have listened to her? Will they have believed her? She's a woman, first of all, and a beautiful, brilliant woman. Most times you become a threat, unfortunately, to even your own gender. So instead of them to support you, instead of them to, welcome you and listen to you, none of them have actually made opportunity to have a one-on-one interaction with her to understand what's really going on and listen to her. Most times when you have a closure with a person and listen to that person, because I'm a mental health ambassador, you will understand where that person is coming from, that it's not something of one day. She did not just wake up to do that. It's probably accumulated anger, and she had no other option than to react at this point because it was probably getting out of hand. That is what this is. Remember, she's also a wife and a mother. She has her family. She has her people, her constituents, the people that voted her into power. She cannot fail them. She cannot fill them.
So, if we have some concern of the past allegations she has made, to Reno Omokri and all that persons the past.
Who is Reno Omokri in the first place?
Some said that she has been making these,
you can't take Reno Omokri seriously.
Allegations all the time without proving or having evidence to back up all of that. And none of these allegations have been proven right.
Yeah, did they let her? I mean, the case is in court already. There will be evidence to tender. We're going to get there. So what's the rush in suspending her for 6 months if you have nothing to hide, if you have nothing to fear? And then you even look at the caliber of people that are actually speaking against her. Look at their lifestyles, then you will understand that these are also people with questionable characters as well.
So you feel this suspension was a rush to silence her voice?
Of course, yes.
That opportunity wasn't given to her.
Yes. And that is all she asked, and that is all we are asking. Let us have a transparent investigation. Make it open. If you have nothing to hide, what are you scared of? What are you scared of? Let the investigation go on properly as it should be. If you want to suspend her for bad behavior, that she reacted when she spoke when she wasn't supposed to speak in the chamber. I mean, 6 months, for God's sake, who does that? We've had issues of when Her Excellency, the First Lady, when she was in the Senate. We've also seen videos of her own display of tantrums as well in the House, and there was no form of suspension or disciplinary action taken against her and all of it. So why is it Natasha? And remember, the Senate President has also once had sexual harassment issue when he was a minister of NDDC.
As allegation not proven.
It will be. He said he's suing her to. So we're also waiting for that, and she will also tender it. How can it be that he's the only one? Is he the only one in Nigeria that is? Please.
All right. And before we wrap up, I understand how emotional many women are on the matter, because we are also, as journalists, we are trying to separate facts from emotions. They are saying that opposition are using this opportunity to push for the agenda, that they are calling for the stepping down of the Senate President. That is not how to go about it. That it looks that this is sponsored by opposition, to distract the government of the day.
So why is this Senator Natasha, who she and her family are actually close friends of the Akpabios, why will they use her against the Akpabios?
But is it not possible?
It's not possible. In politics, anything not possible. Look, let's try and be realistic most times in our thoughts. Okay, let's try and be realistic. For crying out loud, do you know? Okay, now she's with the International Parliament, United Nations, and she's presenting her case. Will she go that far? If it's political, if it's a setup, will she go that far? So, okay. So, opposition party also used Mrs. Joy Nunye when he was Minister of NDDC as well.
People are calling for the stepping down of the Senate President.
That is what it should be in any sane society, in any democratic society. That is what it's meant to be. Step aside. Look, nobody is saying, oh, yes, exactly, he did it, right? It's an allegation, and we have to investigate these allegations, okay? So, yes, ordinarily, you cannot be the judge of your own case. It's just like in the hospital, a medical doctor cannot carry out a surgery on himself. And most times, they won't even let a medical doctor, a surgeon, carry out a surgery on even his family member, How can you be the judge of your own case? It's not possible. You step aside a bit. If you have, look, listen, we have lost integrity in this country, and in leadership especially. We have lost dignity. What is there? Okay, remember, unfortunately, he has had an issue of this when he was minister. Now this is coming up again. Why is it only you in the first place? And two, okay, really, present your case. This is in court. You two go to court. And then you step aside and allow the others handle it. How long is it going to take? In the first place, they have the power. They are in charge anyways. So what are you scared of? And even the simple, peaceful protests we are trying to have, and because all we are asking is reinstate her, or you cut short the suspension, not 6 months. We are being attacked.
But they said there's a clause that if she tenders an apology,
why should she tender apology? Why? That's intimidation. That's intimidation and oppression. That's intimidation and oppression. She has a case. She has accused you of something, and the same person that accused
she's not
you.
suspended for the allegation she has made, but rather the breaking of the Senate rule. And the Senate said if she apologized for the outbursts or the drama,
she's a senator. She also knows the rules. So if she knows that she has gone contrary to the rules, she will do the right thing. She's a senator, remember.
All right. Before we wrap up, how do you feel all of these things will end? Is this the market in Nigeria? Because one Senator Natasha has taken it to the United Nations. Of course. Many said that's taking the matter too far. How can the matter be resolved amicably so that, you know, for because it's not a priority for the nation right now?
Yes, right now it's not about. Listen, you see the problem I have with us now. When we have matters arising, unfortunately, Mr. President doesn't step in when he should, just like the crisis we have going on in River State. He will not step in. He will let things get out of hand and get out of control. Okay? I mean, unfortunately, from the beginning of this administration till now, it's been one drama to another. We have never really got anything right. So now it has gone out of hand. It's now in the ears of the international government. So let's leave it at that and let due process take place. She's going to court with this matter, and we're going to see the end of it. That's all. Nobody should interfere. They should allow things go there. Because if you leave it for the Nigerian government alone, you know now. You know.
So you feel that you will get justice outside? You feel that she will get justice outside?
Well, at least let the world know what is going on in Nigeria. It's better.
All right, Mina Horsfal.
Yes, please.
Honorable, thanks so much for joining us on the show this morning and giving us insight. We will keep on tracking all of that development to see how this works for the better, not just the Nigerian Senate, but of course, Senator Natasha, that many have continued to call on the review of her suspension. Everyone, that's where we'll wrap it up on the show this morning. Thanks so much for joining us on the program. My name is Adikan Michael. I was earlier with you. Do have the wonderful rest of your Wednesday.